Welcome to our Wandering Walks of Wonder tour at Wind Cave National Park. Wind Cave National Park is a place where the wild prairie meets the mysteries of the underground. Located in the southern Black Hills of South Dakota, this national park protects not only one of the most complex cave systems in the world, but also one of the last remaining mixed grass prairies in the country. Above ground, you can find herds of bison, elk, and prairie dogs scattered across about 33,000 acres of protected wilderness. But beneath these peaceful plains lies a labyrinth that has been forming for millions of years, a cave unlike any other. Wind Cave was first discovered by settlers in 1881 when brothers Tom and Jesse Bingham heard a strange whistling sound coming from a hole in the ground. The air pressure rushing through the cave entrance was so strong it could blow a hat right off your head, earning the cave its name. Scientists now know Wind Cave contains more than 165 miles of mapped passageways, making it one of the longest caves in the world. It's famous for its rare calcite formation called boxwork, which is a delicate honeycomb-like pattern that you'll see throughout this tour and is found almost nowhere else on Earth. As we go on our ranger-guided tour, we're going to travel deep into the heart of the cave, exploring its chambers, hearing the stories of early settlers and explorers, and discovering how this vast underground maze connects to the land and life above it. Wind Cave became the seventh national park in the United States in 1903 and the very first created to protect a cave. Over a century later, it continues to inspire, wonder, and links the visible with the invisible worlds of nature. So join us as we journey below the surface to uncover the natural and cultural resources of Wind Cave National Park.
Clinging it to the walls or ceilings, and so the calcite hardens and takes the shapes of the water droplets. They came up with a very scientific name for that. They call that popcorn. and then in other places, there's a regonite as well that creates a frosting-like formation, and that's called frostwork. The regonite crystallizes as it hardens. You've already noticed as we came through this way, those little white puff balls. Those are called snowballs. It's also referred to as moon milk, and that's hydromagnesite. It's a mineral. Very little organic activity in the cave. Any organic activity is probably the result of our presence, and is a recent phenomena. The cave really doesn't have anything that would nutrients in. No animals. The bats we have typically stay very close to the natural entrance. There's nothing for them down here. There's no insects for them to eat on or anything. So. And contrary to popular belief, bats do like light. So it's total dark down in here. Every now and then one will stray. We'll see one in here occasionally from time to time. We speculate they're simply lost. Any questions about anything? All right, we'll continue on. Let's see, can I get the family with the small kids to come and join me up front? I know it feels better to hang towards the back, but it'd be actually better if you would come to the front, and I don't have to worry about leaving anybody behind. Would you like to hold the flashlight and lead the way? That'd be great. You can do our cave explorer. All right.
Good try.
We'll tell the caboose just to leave you behind. No problem with that. We'll give him the 20.
I'll take anything.
5 that. We'll give you some change in our pocket.
I feel like it's better because you can take your time more and look around.
Yeah.
Before I felt like I had to stay close to the guy.
Watch your head.
Yeah, it does make a difference being in a dry truck as opposed to a wet.
Yeah, it sure
It doesn't feel as cold.
No, it doesn't.
You know, like that humidity, the wetness, you know.
Yeah, I remember going through Jewel. A lot of the steps and stuff were wet, so
Very
it was
slick, it was
pretty
very,
slick.
yeah. This isn't so bad because it's dry and you can get a grip. There's some kids.
Yeah, how do you go explore down there to see for the course of the day?
It'll be really skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
So what that is those first ones, the first one. That's what I think, like,
Yeah.
you could get somewhere else.
Look crazy.
And and this rain, if you get someone you can't get that, you can't jack yourself out. If you miss your beach.
You should be very careful.
Well, I think in the milk cart case it says don't touch.
But usually they do verbal.
Oh yeah. Like in Jewel Cave they did.
Yeah.
This is natural. Electric cord.
Yeah. It's
Natural conduit.
amazing.
So if you're within the sound of my voice here, we are now directly under the visitor center.
Oh.
You're so bad. So this is what I should put in,
I wonder if they ever do a haunted cave thing.
that would be
Under
so
here, you
cool.
have a hand coming out to grab your leg or something.
I'm telling you, they could charge $50 for that. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
Oh,
jeez.
nice.
Jeez.
That puts me up so much.
Watch your head.
That was close, right?
Oh, look at this. This is really low pro.
Wow.
I think you dropped something.
Oh, yeah, that. Thank you.
Absolutely. You got it?
Got
I
it.
just heard something moving like there's no animals down here.
I hope not.
I know, what kind would it be? Ugh.
Careful with that. It's a little backward.
No, it's good. See, wait, it's a big- What is it?
Oh.
Yeah. And,
Watch your head.
and, it was your, pull it back,
Oh.
and do it away.
Right.
And so because it was, and I can't remember what we told right now. Because it wasn't part of, it was an interesting calculator, right? But
Well, watch your head.
maybe they should have been looking for
Oh, jeez.
a dry cave.
How did somebody get back there? Way too fat.
Come on, you can do that in your, around someplace.
There's more of that box.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Wow. Okay. It was.
Pretty.
Natural wood right there.
Yeah? It's amazing. That was cool. We got it.
Oh yeah, right there. There's a little water coming through the
We're starting
ceiling.
to see some of this little popcorn.
Oh yeah. That super scientific name.
Yeah, super. Yeah. Someone's standing there with a little popcorn. I wonder what she's doing. I really like the way that they put the lighting in.
Huh? It's enough to do
And let you see
little bit of
more of
mystery.
it.
I don't know how long it took them to put this walkway in. They had to take it in buckets. We couldn't get a wheelbarrow down here. Really long tubing, maybe. Yeah. That's really long.
Yeah. Interesting.
Look where there. There's another portion of the cave right there. Oh, and then right there, look at that.
What is that?
There's a hole. There's no way.
I don't know.
If you do, you have got to be just fearless. I'd be so worried about getting stuck.
The problem is you also don't exactly travel like it.
Well, if I was going to do something like this, you'd have to. I mean, you'd only put the green repelling rope, a helmet, a flashlight, and maybe a guide rope. In a lot of places, you wouldn't be able to bring a board backpack for food or anything. Well, you have to do it separately.
Oh, I know what it's reminding me of. It's a cross between a white ship
Oh, jeez.
and aliens.
Oh, wow.
Call them as I see them.
Well, yeah, it looks like they can catch, alien creatures or something.
Yeah. Oh, boy. You have to hide it in. How do you know this isn't all destroyed?
Good job, young man. Thank you. That was here. Is that fun? Yeah, you did all right. Did you become the junior ranger? Did you do the junior ranger program? Yeah, when you get up to the surface, you can get bad luck for you, okay? All right, and there's our caboose.
Made it.
Okay, I'll just step back over this way. So, well, I told you guys about the Bingham brothers discovering the opening and their friend Charlie Prairie telling them about the cave. They created the natural entrance by digging that open. They actually built a cabin on top of that opening, and they put a trap door in the floor of their cabin so that on the hot days of summer they could open that trap door for a nice cool breeze coming into their cabin. So they were pretty clever. They weren't really very smart, however. They ended up being cattle thieves and were pursued by the law. They did escape to Canada, but so in 1890, it was the South Dakota Mining Company filed a mining claim on this land, and they hired the McDonald family to come and look for gold. Well, gold resides in granite, not in limestone, so there's no gold inside this cave. So the mining company walked away from it, but the McDonalds decided to stay on and try to earn a living giving cave tours. And it was their young son, Alvin, who really developed a passion for exploring in the cave. And as he was 16 years old when he first started coming into this cave and exploring. And he actually mapped out about 9 miles of this cave. May not sound like much, but that's actually pretty significant when you figure he was a teenager coming down here doing that. And he had nothing to see with but a candle lantern. And he would bring a ball of string with him and play the ball of string out behind him as he went so he could find his way back out again. So it took a lot of gumption on the part of that young man to do that. Sadly, he died at the age of 20 from typhoid fever. After he died, it was another 70 years before anyone else came and explored in this cave in any significant way. It took till the 1960s to so much as double the explored area of this cave. So yeah, we like to pay tribute to Alvin McDonald and give him the credit he deserves for what he did in making this cave known. To give you an idea of the kind of courage it would have taken him, I don't know. What do you think, folks? Is it okay to go to the total darkness mode? We'll give it a try. If anybody's uncomfortable, let me know. But yeah, and then I'll light this candle lantern, and you can see how much light Alvin would have had to go see by. All right.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, your eyes will never adjust to this.
Holy cow.
Let's see. I guess we'll forego the going for total silence as well today. Well, there's what a candle lantern illuminates. So you can see why nobody else took up the exploration of the cave for another 70 years. Not so much to see by.
Wow. I couldn't even see the hand in front of my face.
No, that's dark. And big 9
Brave
miles.
teenager.
Yeah, with just that candle lantern. It took 9 balls of string to would equal a mile. So he kind of knew how far he'd gone based on that. The McDonald's had a hard time making a go of their cave tour business. Unfortunately, they didn't have the money to promote the cave. So once all the locals had seen it, well, who else was there? So they partnered with the Stabler family. And the Stablers invested in a variety of different promotions that did draw people to Wind Cave. They built a hotel up on the surface, and then they had a stage that brought people from the train stop in Hot Springs to the hotel, to the cave. They even built a store in Hot Springs where they would carve off the boxwork and the popcorn from the walls and ceilings and sell that to tourists out of their store. So cave preservation was not a priority for them. They were simply trying to make a living. After Alvin died, they began to squabble over who was in charge. Yesterday, when we went to the forage camp that you got back in, we went down to the cave.
Are you looking this?
Yeah.
Okay. I was told to wait so nobody goes that way. So.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And Mom and Dad decided to drop them both on us.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to make it. Here, take the boy.
I'm glad they didn't think of baby now. I think Lizzie would have been better behaved than him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She has her grassing on, and she really, oh,
You almost got lost? Okay. No, we would have came back looking for you eventually.
probably not.
You would have been down here going, my friends.
We're having so much fun. You guys like this? Let's go over grandma.
This one, see, I've looked at Blanchard a couple of times, and this one's way tighter. Where's the lady that's going to Glacier?
No more jumping back and forth. You're gonna break your other arm.
That's the elevator.
Or maybe this is elevator.
So there's no flashlight person. He might. William, I told you to stop jumping. You're gonna break your other arm.
He's eating much happier. We are going to have some other tours coming through here. In order to keep us on schedule, just getting in on some of the last aspects of wind caves that we like to talk about on these tours. I mentioned how there's 162 miles. Thank you so much. Was that fun? Yeah, pretty cool. I always feel guilty being in the front all the time. It's where the best view is, so I like to try to share that experience with others. So the 162 miles is a number that is constantly growing. They put these ultrasonic anemometers, these wind vanes, in different places in the cave, and the data that they got off of this study told them that there's approximately 2 billion cubic feet of area in this cave. So based on that, that tells us that we've explored less than 10% of it so far. So we do have teams that are down here exploring just about every other week on average. They are not paid employees of the National Park Service. They are members of the National Geological Society. And they request permission to come down here. There are what's called grottos. That's the regional organization of the Geological Society. Here in the Black Hills, we have the Tahasapa Grotto. There's the Frontal Range Grotto out of Denver. There's the Windy City Grotto of Chicago. So there are hundreds of grottos in the United States, and they'll request permission to come and explore in this cave. Imagine, if you will, what that would be like to look into an opening and see a large room on the other side and know that you're the first person ever to look at what's before you. That's got to be pretty cool. You don't get that experience too often in life anymore, so I guess that's what drives them. Like I say, they are volunteers. They no longer rely on candle lanterns and bulbous string to find their way around. They use modern caving equipment and gear. Our cave is actually marked in the non-public routes. All the other routes that have been explored have been marked with reflective tape. And the reflective tape is numbered, and those numbers are plotted on a map. So they kind of have a street map, if you will, to guide them through out to the far reaches. Like I said, it takes about 8 hours to get out to those far reaches, so when they do come down exploring, they'll often spend 3 or 4 days down here and set up a base camp out near the far edge and go from there. So, yeah, that's ongoing exploration. We also have various research projects that take place in here from time to time. I told you about the water study that measured where the water came through and how long it would take. The wind study that measured our size. Right now there's a water study taking place. It's being funded by NASA. They have funded the University of Northern Iowa on a 4-year grant to come in here and look at that water table that's down below, that Madison Aquifer. They're exploring it, examining it, taking samples from it, and looking at it for signs of life. Keep in mind that's 450 feet below the surface, no nutrients, no light. How does life survive down there? They hope the answer to that question will help them in their search for life in other places. What they found so far is that some of the most pristine water on the planet, there's hardly any living organisms in there. And most of what they have found are actually new to science, too. So they're optimistic that could lead to medical breakthroughs like new antibiotics and things of that nature. So, a lot more going on in Wind Cave National Park than simply cave tours. But these cave tours are all right, aren't they? Yep. I'm glad you guys got to come down and explore our caves. Does anybody have any last questions before we